Hi, and welcome to Lunch with Lisa, where I make quick and easy healthy meals. And today we're going to dive into my third lesson in my Macros 101 Fueling Your Fat Loss Journey. We're going to talk about some protein. It's Lunch with Lisa. Welcome again to my Macros 101 series. And today we're going to talk about protein, the power of protein, and how it can fuel your fat loss journey and your muscle gain. Protein isn't just a building block of muscles, it's actually your secret weapon for your fat loss journey. So let's start out by unveiling why protein is so powerful. It's the most talked about macro. You can consider it the VIP of macros. Protein has all the amino acids that our body needs to build our muscles. But the benefits of protein actually go beyond that. It's actually really essential for our fat loss. So when you consume protein, your body actually has to work harder to break it down. This is actually so cool because that means that when you eat more protein, your body actually burns more calories in order to break it down and metabolize it, thus giving your metabolism a little boost. So out of all the macronutrients, protein has the highest thermal effect, or TEF, coming in around 20 to 30%. That means if you're eating the same calories as someone on a low protein diet, you're actually going to burn more fat. So let's take two diets. They both have the same amount of calories. One is higher in protein and one is lower in protein. The person eating the higher protein, same amount of calories diet is actually going to increase their weight loss just by eating more protein, even though it's the same amount of calories. Calories in versus calories out, sure, but also the thermal effect of food matters here. So the more your body has to work in order to metabolize and break down the food that you eat, the more calories you're gonna burn. So thus, you're gonna lose a little bit more weight. Now, is it gonna be a huge difference? No, not in a short amount of time, but given enough time it is. So what if I wanted to change all my calories into protein? So I'd have the highest amount of thermal effect. Would that be beneficial? No, because you're going to be missing out on vital nutrients that you get from your carbohydrates and your fats. You're going to need fat in order to break down a lot of your vitamins, in order to metabolize and use them, and your carbs you're going to need for energy. And if you eat just solid protein, it's really going to back up your system. So you want to have a balance of all of this, and really really from what I've read, if you overeat in protein, it doesn't have more benefits. So there is kind of a bell curve of once you reach a certain point, you're gonna get the maximum amount of benefits, and if you try to do more, it's just gonna have a negative effect. So no, filling your whole diet with protein probably isn't the way to go, but just eating more protein might be what you need to kickstart your metabolism and get you burning a little bit more calories. So that's for weight loss. But what about fat loss? How does protein aid in our fat loss? Well, it's one of the more satiating macros. So it helps you feel full and stay full longer because it does slow down your digestion a little bit so that you feel full longer, which then helps control your hunger cravings. And so you're not gonna sabotage yourself by snacking all day because you're hungry. So protein is your natural appetite suppressant. So definitely eat more protein so you don't snack all day and ruin your progress. But wait, there's more. Protein is your best friend when it comes to muscle gain. It provides all the essential amino acids that your body needs in order to rebuild your muscle. When you're working out and you're doing heavy lifting, you definitely want to eat some protein after your workout to help repair and build those muscles. So if your goal is to gain more muscle and sculpt your body, you're going to want to eat more protein. And you'll also want to eat more protein even if you aren't pushing really hard in the gym, because it does help preserve the muscle that you already have. So my suggestion is you do need to find a good workout routine that utilizes your muscles to lift heavy things. So I do love going into the gym and lifting heavy weight. Just doing something to move your muscles every day is gonna help show your body that you need those muscles and those bones. So don't pull from those for energy in your calorie deficit, pull from your body fat. That is what you want. You don't want your body eating itself, essentially. You want it eating into your fat stores. So eating enough protein and exercising is gonna be your key to not losing any muscle mass while you lose fat. Okay, so how much protein do you actually need? And yes, I'm saying you because it's not blanket for everybody, let's just eat 100 grams of protein a day. No, you're gonna need to customize it for your own body. So it really depends on how much you weigh and your activity level and your goals. If you want to lose fat and gain muscle, you want to eat about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per your goal body weight. So that means if you want to weigh around 150 pounds, you're going to need to eat around 150 to 180 grams of protein per day. If you have a lot of weight to lose, don't use your current weight, use your goal weight. And if you have a whole lot of weight to lose, don't start with your ultimate goal weight, work your way down. So start maybe in 10-pound increments because you don't want to reduce your calories too much and you don't want to reduce your protein too much. You still need to feed the body you have and the muscles that you have right now. And if you're looking to gain weight, you want to eat a little bit more. You always want to eat in a surplus. And you have to watch your energy levels. So I know some people who have a hard time gaining weight and they need to really think about their activity level and how much they're eating. And if you're really active throughout the day, you're going to need to eat a little bit more than you think. But that's not a problem I have. I look at a cookie and I gain 5 pounds. So just make sure you're weighing and measuring your food. Make sure that you're weighing out your protein. So now let's talk about sources. Where are you going to get your protein from? There's all different kinds of sources that you can get protein from, and normally people think about things like chicken or dairy to get their protein. But there's also plant-based options you can use too. You want to shoot for lean meats when you're trying to lose fat so you can eat more of it and have a higher volume of food, therefore increasing the amount of stomach distension and making you feel fuller longer. So I like to choose lean chicken and turkey. You could do fish, eggs, egg whites. That gives you a huge volume of food. Non-fat plain Greek yogurt, low-fat cottage cheese. You can even use tofu, lentils, or beans. All of these are protein heroes. You can mix and match and find what works best for you. So when you eat protein, timing does matter. I like to distribute my protein evenly throughout the day, putting the bulk of it right after my workout, but I want to make sure that every single meal has some protein. Like my coach says, you haven't eaten if you haven't eaten your protein. This is going to maximize the benefits of your protein. So by doing this, you're going to supply your body with a steady stream of amino acids. That way your body can be recovering from its workout and you can feel satiated throughout the day. So it's not just about how much protein you eat, but how well you also distribute it. Now, don't feel bad if there's like a day or two where you cannot distribute your protein evenly throughout the day and maybe you have to eat it all in kind of a lump sum. That's not going to be a huge deal as long as you're consistent and you stay pretty faithful to your routine about 80% of the time. Use the 80-20 rule on this. You don't have to be perfect all the time. And then the rest of your calories are going to be your carbs and your fats. Do not leave those out. You want to shoot for about 20 to 30% of your calories being from fat. And then the rest of your calories you want to fill up with your carbohydrates. And how you distribute those from day to day may fluctuate, and so that doesn't really matter as much as getting enough protein and staying within your calories. So if you focus just on those two things alone, you're going to see results. And now you know everything there is to know to make protein your superhero macronutrient. In our next lesson, we're going to dive into the art of meal prepping. I'm going to show you how to save time, how to stay on track, and conquer your macro goals. Get ready for a game changer. So keep rocking those macros and embracing the power of protein. And I can't wait to see your progress. Until next time, I'll see you then. It's Lunch with Lisa.